A very good morning and welcome to this edition of Yes 101's Visual Radio, bringing you the news. I'm Shalini Ratnavira. First, let's take a look at your headlines.
Newsfirst headline.
Unauthorized inmate release sparks major CID investigation. Government veterinary officers launch token strike. In international news, protesters block LA freeway as Trump vows troops will protect law and order. And in sports, Alcaraz saves 3 match points to stop Sinner and retain French Open crown. Onto news in detail. A senior officer from the Anuradhapura prison is scheduled to be presented before the Anuradhapura Magistrate Court today following his arrest by the Criminal Investigation Department in connection with the unauthorized release of an inmate. The 52-year-old prison superintendent, a resident of Kalutara South, was taken into custody yesterday afternoon. His arrest is linked to the controversial release of an inmate from Anuradhapura prison on Vesak Poya Day, allegedly under the guise of a presidential pardon that had not been granted. The inmate in question, identified as W.H. Atula Tilakaratna, was reportedly released claiming he had received a presidential pardon as part of Vesak celebrations. However, the Presidential Secretariat later confirmed that no such pardon had been issued for the individual, prompting a formal complaint to the CID. Commissioner General of Prisons Tushar Puldenia was also summoned for a second time yesterday to provide a statement regarding the incident. Public Security Minister Anand Vijaypala said that a broader investigation has been launched into previous instances where inmates may have been released without proper authorization. He emphasized that the government will take the strictest legal action against those found responsible. In more local news, government veterinary officers across Sri Lanka have launched a 24-hour token strike starting at 6 a.m. today in protest against attempts to derail the establishment of a dedicated service constitution for their profession. Speaking to the media, Secretary of the Sri Lanka Veterinary Association, veterinarian Sirimevan Gunawardana, said that the strike is a response to efforts by certain parties to sabotage the drafting process of the proposed service constitution for government veterinarians. He said that all veterinarians in government veterinary offices, wildlife department, zoos, quarantine services, public health veterinary units, and related institutions are on sick leave today and have refrained from reporting to duty. The token strike is set to conclude at 6 a.m. tomorrow.
International news.
In international news, protests have flared up again in Los Angeles as demonstrators against immigration raids face off with law enforcement for a third day. National Guard units deployed by President Donald Trump used tear gas to force back protesters downtown. Law enforcement moved in to clear demonstrators as they blocked the major 101 freeway in the city. Trump defends his move to send in the National Guard, saying they will make sure there's law and order. California's governor urges Trump to revoke the troop deployment, which other Democratic governors call an alarming abuse of power.
Sports news.
Carlos Alcaraz battled from the brink to outlast top seed Jannik Sinner 4-6, 6-7, 6-4, 7-6 and 7-6 in a French Open final for the ages to retain his crown and cement his status as the Prince of Clay in Roland Garros post-Rafa Nadal era. In a scintillating showdown between the torchbearers of a new generation, the 22-year-old Alcaraz saved 3 match points in the fourth set to continue his dominance over Sinner with his fifth straight victory and end the Italians' 20-match winning run at the majors. That's a wrap of this edition of ES1's Visual Radio. Thank you for watching.